Hey guys, what is going on? It's Don here from Novaspirit Tech, and a couple of weeks ago I mentioned about doing a benchmark between 3 operating systems, Windows, Mac, and Linux, on the same exact hardware, which is the Latte Panda. So let's get started. So I took to the interwebs with you guys to make a poll on what you guys think which one would be faster, whether CPU or GPU on either operating system. And on my thought, I think Linux would be faster on the CPU, and GPU, I think Windows would take the cake on that because it's more optimized for Windows, you could say, but that's my thought on it. Now, as far as each test that I did on this guy, I actually had to find a software that was cross-platform. So the two softwares that I'm using for both CPU and GPU tests is Geekbench for CPU and then Geek's 3D GPU test for the GPU, and they're all cross-platform, so there's no differences in coding, which helps with the benchmark. Now, each operating system is also updated to the latest patch or the latest version, whatever you could say. So for Windows, it's on the latest version, update, whatever you want to call it. On Linux, it's on the latest kernel, latest graphic drivers, latest everything, and on Mac OS, that's on its latest 10.14.3. Now, it did take me a while to record each one of these because I wanted to give each one a fighting chance. I wouldn't do a quick reboot and then go into next operating system to test. I actually ran the test, say, like on Windows 10, and then when it's done with all benchmarking, I would shut it down, give it a couple of hours to let it cool off, and then start it back up on Linux and then run the test again, and then so forth and so forth. And I did run the test multiple times to get the best results possible, just to make sure, because you are limited on cooling for the Latte Panda, so I kind of want to do different tests, maybe blow a fan on it and see if the results change. Here are the results for the CPU test, and as you can see, for the single core, we got Mac OS at 2830, Windows 10 at 2898, and then Linux 2863, which was pretty surprising. I really thought Linux was going to be faster. Now, as far as the multi-core test, Mac OS got 5,955, Windows 10 got 5,899, and Linux was actually the slowest on the multi-core test at 5,750. And okay, I got to be honest about this. As far as Mac OS, I did think it was going to be fast on multi-core. Why? Because when I first did this installation months ago, I ran a quick test, a benchmark test, and Mac OS actually kept getting higher points, and I thought it was something messed up, but I didn't look too much into it. But on the multi-core test, OS 10 was faster. And I was using at that time Windows 10, Mac OS, and Cinebench. So Cinebench was also showing the same results as a faster multi-core CPU on Mac OS. All right, as far as the benchmarks on the GPU side, and here's a little demo of what I was recording. So the first test was FIR, and we have Mac OS at 410 points, and then we got Windows 10 at 419 points, and Linux at 413, which I assumed that Windows would be a little bit faster, just due to optimization with graphic drivers and all that stuff. Now for Plot 3D, which is another test I did, we got 6,124 points on the Mac OS, 6,463 points. Wow, that's quite an increase on Windows 10, and then 6,399 on Linux. Again, to me, it wasn't a big doubt because I assumed that Windows 10 would be a lot faster. And ultimately, this kind of proves it. I mean, it's fun. It's not, these results are not hard-coded. It's not like the best, but it was fun to do. And again, this was the same hardware with 3 different operating systems. So it's something I just really wanted to test. So as you can see, Windows 10 seems to be killing it at these scores. I mean, it's the fastest out of the 3, Linux being middle, and then Mac OS 10 was the lowest as far as other than the multi-core score. But ultimately, I think Windows 10 through this benchmark is the clear winner. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys got any more tests or benchmarks or different software you want me to test as far as benchmark that is cross-platform on this guy, let me know in the comments below, and I'll definitely want to try it and probably remake this video with like more. See, it wasn't fair if I was going to use Vulkan and DirectX because Mac OS wouldn't support DirectX. But that was something I wanted to personally see, if Vulkan versus Windows was fast on DirectX. I doubt it, but anyway, if you guys have any questions about this, hit them in the comments below. If you guys are new to this channel, consider subscribing and also hitting that bell notification icon so I know when the next video is going to be out. And as I say in my nerd cave, hack till it hurts.